The Battle of Outpost Vegas. One of the most deadly battles between East and West since World War II. March 26, Chinese attack. Until the end of March, the PVA had shown no signs of making attacks at the Nevada City outposts. Marines patrolled unless they engaged in their own positions. Min Hid and Ying Lang wrote to the Marines who were followers. Operation Rolls read: the Marines make contact, capture prisoners, and deny ground to the enemy. The PVA position began on the night of March 26 along Outpost Vegas, Carson, and Reno, and in conjunction with Outposts Dangmar, Esther, Bunker, and Hetty. A small arms and machine gun fire erupted at the Marines' position. The 1st Battalion, 5th Marine position, followed by 15 minutes of artillery fire. At the same time, during the evening of the 26th, Marines, tanks, and artillery had been positioned at the MLR to support infantry raid to destroy the PVA bunkers scheduled for the next morning on the 27th. Designated Operation Clambake, it was pure chance that they were positioned at the PVA launch site in the same front. After 5 hours of fierce combat, the PVA had been partially successful. They had captured 2 outposts, Vegas and Reno, and the Marine reinforcements outposts had been thwarted. Carson had still been controlled under the Marines. Shortly after midnight, F Company of the 3rd and 5th Marines made an effort to recapture Vegas, but this led to the platoon managed to get even closer to confirm that Vegas was in PVA hands. March 27th, PLVA counterattack. After the Marines abandoned their attempts to fly near the way to Vegas, Major General Edwin A. Pollock, commander of the 1st Division, set an observation planes to direct fire for ground artillery and Air Force Marine planes. The fire was directly at the Chinese artillery behind the front of the Chinese lines to stop the capture of Outpost Reno and Vegas. On March 22nd, over 60 missions were called against the Chinese targets: Marines, artillery, bombings, and air jet fighters. At the same time, D Company was pinned down while en route to Vegas by 105, for all you normies out there who don't know what 1305 is. D Company had reached the lower slopes of the outpost. By 122, the Marines have gone over the top of Outpost Hill. E Company followed soon, passing through D Company's ranks and secured trenches across Vegas. Fighting for Vegas Summit and the final USMC capture. On the morning of 28th of March, 23 minutes, the 1st Marine Aircraft Wing dropped some 28 tons of bombs on Outpost Vegas. Their bombs landed 450 feet from the lower trenches occupied by the Marines. Until that time, Marine commanders had hoped that they could recapture the outpost with defenses intact in order to be used at other times, but this was unsuccessful. Marines attacked at the night before it could conclude that the outpost could not be retaken without necessary support. 2 days from the 27th to the 29th, and at the end of March 21st, the Chinese continued to attack and counterattack with an effort to take back Vegas. According to Econam, the Chinese went through 4,000 men and 2 regiments. The attack eventually halted on March 30th. The Chinese could simply not to lose any more soldiers. The Battle of Outpost Vegas was done. The U.S. won. But if you think I'm done there, I'm not. I gotta tell you about a story about Sergeant Reckless. who got a Purple Heart, who was a horse. She wasn't just a horse, she was a Marine. Now remembered the only animal to officially earn the title Marine. Sergeant Reckless saved countless lives during the epic encounter between the Americans, Chinese, North Koreans, the UN, all that. A Marine veteran battle later said, I never thought I would survive. I figured that she'd end up dead, but she was an angel, riding like a little Mars back every time she went up and down Vegas. The man who served Sergeant Reckless, the only combat horse in the Marine Corps history, loved her. Her unwavering precision and fearlessness in the battle became legendary. Outpost Vegas broke the back of the enemy, and we give a lot of credit to Reckless, a Marine lieutenant who said years later when interviewed for Sergeant Reckless America Warhorse, Robin Hunter defined the book and the Marine Corps' most beloved mount. Alright, that is going to do it for my video. As always, follow me on Twitter at VikingsFan112, that's VikingsFan112. Follow my friend Chumby Cadet on Twitter, that is CCadet144. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.